Yay, episode 4. It's animal clinic time. Yay. Happy full moon, everybody. Oh, and by the way, what kind of moon is it? With my
We have a
correction.
wolf moon this
Oh,
month. It's
oh,
the wolf moon. Wolves are all clamored together in their packs and in their little dens together, all cozy.
oh. Yeah, what are they? What they creating in them caves? In their little packs. What's
Well,
going
it's
on
kind of
through
like
the
the way that we this time of year is like, we're packed together too in our homes with our families. So it's really a time of connecting deeply with family and or connecting deeper with self.
Oh, so what you're asking me is what you packing?
What you
Jungle
pack.
medicine is what you packing. Okay, well, speaking of, let's see what they're packing. As we begin our animal clinic podcast, all animal inquiries, whether your little companions are past, alive, maybe you want to know about your animal medicine, animal guides, because what animals have something to say. Always. They just don't have our language. Imagine. Can you imagine like if a squirrel came up to you and it starts speaking French, asking it'd be all romantic. Shawnee, mille vies jour. It'd be really funny coming from a squirrel. But hey, man, if you really think about it, they have soul, they have spirit. They're here to heal us, teach us. They have contracts as our guardians, etc. Very special. Whether you have fur babies, feather friends, reptilian species, creepy crawlers. I mean, I used to have creepy crawlers.
I once had a three-legged frog.
I think I asked you if they regenerate their legs, no?
Yeah, and I don't believe that they do. I don't believe so. I think some of them do, but possibly. I'm not
I don't
really sure
know.
about that.
I know lizards do. I've seen it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
wow, I've seen it. Like, wow, that must be the same lizard because once he had nothing and then he had a stump. And who is our we have our otters on the table as usual showing up.
Well, I wasn't surprised. I got a wolf here for the wolf moon.
He's all upside down or okay, no, I shuffled him pretty well. So if you want to start with the collective reading, and that's how we're gonna start vibing on. What's the topic for animal clinic? I don't know. The animals will tell us. They're gonna splat the tea on the table. I already spilled the spot right here that's waiting. Free tea.
Your sperm tea. So to start our reading for the wolf moon, we have Wolf popping up. Wolf is the pathfinder, the teacher within. Wolves are they have their pack leaders. They're very interdependent, but they trust in themselves. The next card on the table for me is elk. And elk is about stamina and making sure that we're pacing ourselves so that we don't experience burnout. It's also about sharing time with companions of the same gender. So we're, grouping together with our sisters in brotherhood. And then next on the table is turtle. Turtle is symbolic of Mother Earth. It's also slow and steady wins the race, so that we're again pacing ourselves. It's also about our ideas and sitting with our ideas. Turtle buries its eggs in the sand. So sometimes we take our creations and we sit with them and we think about them before we bring them into fruition. And that's what I got from my reading. And on the bottom of the deck, I have bear.
Oh,
Bear.
bear. Oh, I'll
All
do
about-
that. Bottom, top, whatever it is, because sometimes it depends what direction you're facing, huh? What, did it not do that again last time? Didn't it ring when I said something? So it depends what direction
Yeah.
you're facing, if you're bottom or top. Because one is on the top and one is on the bottom. Because when it's, this is what I mean like that. If there's no image on the bottom, I mean up right here, as I set my deck, then it's bottom of the deck. But I set my deck like this, and there was a picture there. So today it's a top. So I have a top and bottom. Who knew? All
Well,
right.
bear is about introspection and reflecting and sitting with ourselves, looking for those inner answers.
I can't get enough of this water for life. I just need a tank right here. Oh my God, this is just so all over the place.
Mhm. What you got on your table, Mama?
Oh, geez. There's a big smudge coming up. Can you feel it? Some smudge coming on. Ooh, let me just tell you what. Well, see, animal deck is not traditional tarot, although it's, tarot. So in a 9 cup, 4 cup, and lovers upside down, with the bottom, with the big cards here, is the Wheel of Fortune, 8 wands, 7 sword. Whoa, I like it. What a punch. 8 wands to the platform, really. Even it agrees with the animals. Because the 8 wand card here is hawk. I saw a hawk before ceremony and it swooped. And it was a younger hawk. It wasn't as big as I've seen them. It wasn't a little guy. It was like a medium hawk. I don't know what it was after, but it swooped low and I went, whoa, look at that wingspan for a little guy. Anyways,
They are so majestic. I love hawks.
you're going to see my belly. As the famous SAR blesses the home here. 9 cup down, 4 cup down. This is very nice to feel this. I think people, what did you say about chill? You mentioned chill, right? Like to just like hang
Yep.
out.
Yeah, that's
Because
what bear is about.
nine cup is represented by the seahorse anyway. And when it's upside down, you have this, you have abundance of chill. And then, when you have 4 cup, it's all like, look, he's worried like, bitch, don't spill my tea. They better not spill my tea. They better, right? Like he has some tight grip on whatever that panda's gripping, man. Because usually they're all like stoner bears, and but it's upside down though. Ooh, let that tea be spilled. Let it go. And because the lovers is upside down too, and usually like lovers is a lot of decisions. Obviously this is not a love reading, and if it is a love reading, these animals are basically saying there's going to be a freaking change in your love life if you're hanging on, gripping to the past. Because this is an uneasy feeling if it has to do with like a partnership, or maybe your dog ain't getting along with the guy you let in your home or who you live with, or maybe his bitch don't like you. So there's some kind of peace here within it all, regardless, right? The Wheel of Fortune is a beautiful card. Look at the mandala.
I love that.
The mandalas, the snakes in the middle, there's bats, there's spiders,
Owl.
the barn owl. Well, whatever changes here, it's gonna come quick. But it's kind of gonna come like that thief in the night, very stealth. It will show up. Look at how fast it's coming. And I do like this 8-1 card because it has a path of a serpent.
Look at that hawk.
It's pretty, right? But it's got the serpent underneath. This is good medicine. This is good change. This is good messages, because it's just warning you that it's gonna come in the night when you least expect it. You're not gonna see it. There's like double messages here too, because look, I'll just show you this and I'll elaborate. This is the ayahuasca cat, the jaguar. It's also 7 sword. But it really is like, you see these other cats, they're kind of like in the spirit world. Like they're translucent, they're not even real. So there's kind of like a freeing up here. But you're gonna just have to allow it, and you're gonna have to be okay with the choices you made, or the way that the situation is or it's not. You cast the dice, see what comes. You spin the wheel of fortune, see what comes, because what's coming is fast, and it definitely will have your attention. You'll know, like you know, that this is what we're talking about here. Stealth, quick and stealth. Like those shadows in the night, you can't see them, but they're there. That's like the Leo moon too. It's a Leo full moon. That puts a lot of aspect on things.
Lots of creativity and passion.
Wonder how it affects animals. I'm sure it does.
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
I bet you there's like a lot of cats and dogs like, oh no, man. You know that shiny thing up there when it shows up? Oh man, like my owner's a bitch, dude. Is she like that with you? Yeah, man, they get into arguments, but you know what's really good? When there's no moon out there and they make peace. I mean, no wonder what goes on in their brain, right? I know it affects the tides. It's the worst time to go fishing. Do not go at the full moon. Do not go out fishing on the full moon. That is a tip from my dad. On the top of the deck is 8 cup. A lot's getting freed up. Usually
Yeah.
8 cups is crazy and frazzled and all dramatic, and it's like, wee. It's very fae oriented too. It's like, fuck it. We don't have agendas. Ha 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 ha. You guys do. Ha ha. They're like, there's no gossip. You guys have gossip. They're like, we. Although we do have predators, but that's the nature. It's not like they're, oh man, look at that Fae gang. Where are they from? They're in our territory. It can be that way, but it's towards their hunt, not just because they're black, purple, or striped, because you do have that in the jungle as well. Right? Not interesting. They seem to get along somewhat. There's animal politics, I'm sure, but not the conniving, angry, like setting bombs and killing each other because they disagree that the way that that coconut should be eaten. You're gonna eat that coconut, some my great. See, the chariot's raring to go, and that's at the bottom. Mr. Badger ready to go roaring. I know we are. As Shawnee just said, you're going to get burnt out. The panda's here like, you know what? Oh yeah, the tea's going to get spilled. He's not even caring. He's just slumped over, like whatever. Even the otters are like, because they're like, they like to talk. They're very, and they're even like, sounds good to me. So the full moon vibe is very fiery and chargy, but at the same time, it's warning to balance it out, or you could get burnt out. Is that the vibe you're getting?
Definitely, yep. That
Okay.
steady wins the race, don't get ahead of yourself and go charging ahead. you know, don't burn out.
Burnout. Like, what is your take? Like, I mean, I never even asked myself, like, how do the animals really respond to full moon? I mean, I don't work for National Geographic. I don't even know if there's a documentary of anything stating that they're affected by it like we are, definitely. Moods, women's cycles of their period, even
Well,
like
we're so
happy.
interconnected, like we're so interconnected, and I feel like that it does affect them to a certain extent, and especially our animal companions, because if it affects us, it's going to affect them. They're going to feel whatever it is that we're going through. So I do feel like it can affect them to a certain degree because of the way that it affects us.
Do you ever follow their signs, like if you know their birth date and see if it matches with you ever do a chart on your, animals? I know there's such a thing, and I'm just wondering, like, I wonder how that works. Like some animals, like you gotta, like, it's kind of like they all have individual personalities, and it's no accident that they end up with who they end up with. And some are so fucking traumatized, they need that animal whisperer guy, and they need you to like tame people, like chill, what's happened to your animals, see what they need. I don't know. I just think that's really interesting to think about, like, how does it affect them? Do they go hide out? Do they want to come out? Do they not like the moon shining on them? Does it help their hunting? Does it piss them off? I mean, I don't know. I
Well,
know
the
you're an
wolves love
animal
it.
whisperer. I'm asking you.
The
I'm gonna
wolves
drink
sure
some
love it.
water. What
They
was
love to
that?
bay at the moon.
What was that?
The wolves sure love it. They love to bay at the moon when there's a full moon.
They
They get out
see.
there and they howl, kind of like the way we are. and
Well,
howl
maybe
at
then it's like, wow, they can just relax and they can see things. Like it's their party
the
time.
illuminates. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
How interesting. I don't know. I just never thought of it. So I'm gonna tap in to see if there's anything they want to say. Johnny, man, that herbal essence, I'm telling you, have me drink a lot of water, that's for sure. What is the tone that the animals feel in full moon? Let's ask the tarot. And I'm really going to go deep. I mean, I guess what I can do here is I can do this. I'll tell you what, I do this. Hold on. So while you shuffle, we're going to shuffle, see what you get for, like, what is that they really go through? What do they go through? And what you can do, Shawnee, this is an interesting inquiry. You can go through the elements of each animal, like what do they really go through when they're like earth? Are they, or the ones of the air, maybe the ones of the sea? That's a pretty interesting inquiry.
hmm
While you shuffle, I'm smudging again off camera. Take the floor, Shawnee, take the floor.
Let's go. How does it affect the animals? Let's have a look. These ones want to stick.
I like these. I bet you these have a, and this one is the Guardian of the Night tarot. And these have some really nice, a little more edgier images. It's got the mantis. I love the praying mantises in here. The piranha, the little piranha. I think the piranhas.
I got some teeth on my table, but no piranhas.
Or the anglerfish with that thing, the one that has that light at the end, like the one you saw in Finding Nemo. If you ever saw that movie,
Yeah.
I loved that movie. That one was like, you know what? I like that movie. I mean, the under the sea part. The only part I didn't like is that stupid brat in the fucking dentist chair. He should have drugged her ass like annoying. But I loved Ellen as Dory, and I loved Nemo, and I loved all the sea creatures. Come on, how can you? Of course, you're gonna have some stoners in that. They had the turtles. All right. So what is this full moon thing though? So let me I got all like, ooh, the South has a lot to say. It's fiery. You got your cards?
Yep.
For the directions? Okay. So we can go direction by direction, I suppose. And I've got to catch up with you.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing directions, but okay.
Well, or no, like for me, it's directions, so I know where I'm at, Shawnee. Okay.
Right,
For you, you're
gotcha.
like, girl, cups is right here. I'm like, for me, I'm going, okay, they landed here. Serpent visionary style. I'm like, okay, and then you put them somewhere so I know where they're at. Because my cards like fly all over the damn place. So where do you want to start? What do you want to
Um,
start first? And
okay, well, I was just inquiring what it is that it brings out in the animal kingdom. So it was interesting what comes out.
so, like I was saying, like, is it this for the water creatures, the birds of the air, the land creatures? You get what I mean by the elements? Because each element is affected, I'm sure.
Well, I've
Like,
got the earth here, so I would say the earth.
okay,
It's
so
interesting what comes out.
okay, what do you get for the earth? What do they go through?
So the first card that come out was Spider, and in this deck, Spider is all about weaving and creativity. So for some of them, I imagine that it would make them want to maybe build and weave. The next card that come out for me was Mountain Lion. Mountain Lion is about leadership. Mountain Lion is ferocious, gets after what they want. So bring that out. We got Crow. Crow is about speaking your truth. So it makes them want to get out there and get yucky and party like the
They like to
coyotes
party, huh?
sometimes do.
They like to party.
And then I had Bear in reverse. And so um, this is about not seeking those inner answers and not going within and maybe not seeing the sweetness of truth and looking for the sweetness of truth, not reflecting and stopping and pausing like you need to.
I think what
But Bear,
goes, excuse me?
but Bear really is about that stopping and reflecting. So for some of them, I would imagine that it may put them in that energy. But I feel overall that it brings out an energy of them wanting to come out and wanting to speak and wanting to get yappy.
Yeah. It's so funny because it gets real chargy with some. Okay, these are it'll depend like what lands they are in because all of them have terrains that are different. So, what terrain do you feel your reading is all of the terrain of the earth?
No, I feel there's air in there too. That's crows of the air.
Um, so is this, but that's the air. So the air is separate. These are the ground. These are the earth
Right.
creatures that live inside that touch the ground. They live in the ground. The
Yeah.
air, we'll get to the air. Boy, the air has a lot to say. The air is going to be the last ones because they're, I don't know about you, but they're the loudest. The air right now.
Yeah.
The more fiery of the animals. What do they go through? They like it. They like the full moon. It heightens them. It heightens their awareness. It heightens like everybody's heightened. It's like everybody's tripping at the same time. It's like ceremony at the same time. They do feel the pull. I think it has them gather instead of scatter or be alone. Um, for some, depending on how the size of them, they're on edge because they can be spotted. Some of them are on edge. But because it's their nature in these cycles, it comes very natural for them to just go with it. It's time to hide. It's time not to. It's time to this. It's time to that. Like if they need to hunt beforehand, they're going to know. They have a unique natural time clock, the ones of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
They can tell by the way that they feel the ground, like they're grounded, right? They don't wear shoes.
They feel the pulses of the earth. They feel it.
They feel the vibrations, they feel the temperatures, they feel like if they're beyond psychic. And this is like for some of them, they're miles. So the full moon heightens all of that. Can you imagine? It's like if they're tripping,
Yeah.
like their whole vibration changes. It's so bizarre to feel this. Thank you, Animal Kingdom, because man, look, here's just one of the guys. This is like these are the power images in this one. Okay. But look, tribe. Yay. We want to come out like, woo. They're all like wild, like
Party together.
these are those, I like to move it, like those party animals, right? Good one. Okay. Let's go to the water. What do your sea creatures go through? What does the ocean go through?
Mm.
Wow. Thank
Uh,
you.
like I'm literally feeling it in my body, and I'm feeling like this pull on my entire being. So the way that the moon moves the oceans and the tides, it also pulls on the energy of the sea creatures.
Yeah, that's how come my dad said that it's not that's the worst time to go fishing because it completely illuminates the sea. Do you think they're going to come up? They don't need to come up. Look, they're like, chill, dude. Look, it's like if SpongeBob, like, daytime and hey, SpongeBob, the full moon's out. Let's party, right? So it's like that. exactly. Like they don't come up to the surface. They're like, they can see at their time, that's where they can see the truth because they know they can see that thing dropping. And then these fools wonder why they don't catch shit. Unless they're like dumb fuck fish, which I don't think there's any dumb anything in the sea. Cause look at they're all floating. That didn't I just get this in the collective too of the moon? See, they know the bottom of the
Everything.
bottom of the bottom of our planet, the bottom, and they're like, doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Like they're just chilling around. They ain't going nowhere. They just like, oh my God, yay, like they kind of don't go above. They also have a 3 of 1 here. Let me see. This is really cute. Look at this. This is but this is the ocean though. This is I'm gonna like, how's this gonna relate? Let me tell you. My smudge, man. I need to get some. I'm out of Palo Santo. That's my favorite smudge.
Yeah, me too.
What did I do with it? I gotta go pick some. I have like natural sage here. That's what's so beautiful. Although I gotta go get some. I'll probably go pick some in a little bit.
Oh,
Go
smells so
out.
nice when it burns.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, it does. And you don't need much. That thing likes to uh it just really blesses the home nicely. And because it's wild, it's not dried and bundled and smushed. It doesn't have a pungent scent. It has this like sweetness because there's water in it. So it's like semi-dry. And when I burn it like that, it's the aroma is just like a sweetness instead of the pungent, smudgy poo sticks. Okay. Yeah. So for them, I wonder how true this really is, though. Let me drop in. I'm like seeking deep, like if I'm some kind of mermaid or something. Okay. You know, for them, they're kind of the opposite. A lot of them do go and hide and they just like they're not very active or like they migrate somewhere till the pool passes. See, we don't live all the way in the bottom. There's no one that can get to certain places at the bottom. The pressure for us, it's too much. But for those that live in those like depths, the warning is to hide. The warning is like the waves can get out of control, like the emotions. So the best thing you can do if you're a highly active emotional person is to not do anything if you know that it's really emotional and you notice it's during a time of a full moon, to not be so reactive. There's the bottom of the sea people are very like, no party for us, thanks. We're just gonna be here. It's the land creatures that get up and what? Okay,
They
well,
want
we
to
haven't got to the air. Oh, that's crazy. That's in depth, dude, because it's like these little beings that just, like drift around. There's no like predators much. They're just like not doing nothing. They're just not interested.
chill.
Isn't that weird? Okay, great. This is good. What you got for the
Oh,
ones of the air, Shawnee? Who's in the air? Where are the winged ones? No, I know there's a fourth element, but I think this is a really good inquiry to keep it the trine. It's kind of like I'm liking that.
Ooh,
Okay. Oh, look at how nice the sun's coming in. Oh, so nice. Oh, across the hot space. Thank you. I love basking. Okay, let me. Oh, no wonder they're like. No wonder. You got double card on this one. Ooh, the air. And this is according to the full moon pool. Oh, fuck yes. This is so metal. I should put some freaking battery on in the back. Some freaking Slayer, Behemoth, there's some like doom metal, man. This is heavy. This is like, wow, what a message. So what do you tap into when you feel the ones of the air? As I take myself off screen briefly, you
I
have the
get
floor.
links. So links is about secrets and the revealing of secrets. So I feel like it really heightens their awareness and their ability to tap in. Mouse comes out, which is all about the details. So, it illuminates all of the little critters on the ground. They're able to see those critters in great detail. And does not allow for them to camouflage the
Just saying.
it illuminates. And then I have on the bottom here, eagle.
Wowie, wowie. I'm just chilled. As the queens would say, gagged. What else do you have, Shawnee? That's like, this is no joke what I'm looking at going down. Told you animals like to speak. Right?
And then I got beaver, which is, again, this is about building and creativity, makes them want to get out there. I feel like they also gather as well for some of the winged ones, that the full moon is a time for them that they gather.
Boy, oh boy, this one. That mouse, that mouse you were talking about.
Hmm.
I know what happens to that mouse.
Oh, get eaten up.
Check it out. You see it?
Yep.
It's the owl's dinner.
He's not able to
Yum.
hide. He's not able to hide.
No, even in the thorns, he's like, bitch, that's dinner. It's gonna taste like butter. It's also the death card. No shit, they're tuned in. Okay, so I read the tarot, so there's two decks. And so, excuse me, that probably comes out loud in the mic. Dang, excuse me. How about we got double death card? Okay, but this one's right side up, this one is upside down. I know this is really, okay, there we go. It's
I
not
love
that
that.
easy to see, but it's because it's a mini deck and the tiny, tiny, tiny print, but it's the death card. So what's portrayed here is a beautiful forest. It's all yummy, crystals and death moss, but this one's upside down. It's just their nature. But they are just doing the cycle of the moon. One death is up, this one's upside down. Doesn't matter, doesn't prevent the cycle. They just be. I think out of all of them, they are the more in touch with, maybe perhaps because they're of the sky, of the air. And they don't have no like fucking like they don't have houses or mountains or anything in the way of their moon. It's just the fucking moon. It's probably like the lights, it's so bright to them, like it's like being the abducted light. Not like I have, and I'm not poking fun, just from what I see, or when my grandpa said the angels like that bright, because it seems to me that they're more in touch with the full moon more than any of the others.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you why. It's also it's more the imagery than the title of this, the cards mostly, because there's a queen cup, which is this crazy little dolphin. To get a little good, she's all like goofy. She's like, she's had a few. She's like, oh man, I've been sipping this cup. And she's like, I feel real good. You know what I mean? She's like, she look at all these, look at all them chips and yumminess. This is full moon for the air. They're like
The
buffet.
bounty.
They're like buffet. Woo, party. This is their abundance time. They look forward to this one, where the other ones are like, and the ground ones are like half and half. Isn't that interesting? The sea's like,
Yeah.
no wonder my dad would say that. I don't know, I'm not a fisherman, but he would say that. He's like, I'm fuck, they chartered the boat on a full moon. What the blah, blah, blah. He would get all mad. Oh, fuck it, I'm gonna be with my friends. And he just said, so what? And he said that was always his words, non-catch. But they were with friends, whatever. Here's the one that says that they're the most in touch. Oh, let's see. Are you gonna play music or what? No, there's a stupid commercial. I hope that the bike don't pick that up. One of these days, I'm gonna have a fabulous connection. Well, well, well. That is the ultimate image of the full moon as that affects the earth, all of it, earth, water, sky, all the heavens, the air is the most in tune with it all.
Mhm.
They know about the death, birth, rebirth, all that cycle. Interesting that it's a heart shaped here. It is a lover's card, by the way. So it's their time they're just like, yay. I don't know how true that is, but that's what's here, isn't it? That's what come I'm showing you. I mean, look at the snake. The snake is a caduceus.
That's a beautiful card. Wow.
I know the camera's not the best, but it's heart shaped. The scorpions, they're illuminated. This whole thing is a moth. It's not a butterfly. It's one of these like one of these weird illuminating moths in the jungle, and it has two eyeballs in the back of the wings to scare people. It's pretty fucking wicked. It's not like it's funny. It's like, and I'm of the air. I'm an air sign. I'm an airhead. Makes
We got
perfect sense.
butterfly right behind, so they
See,
know about those cycles.
yeah, see, and the top of the card is someone of the air. And it says, we rule, dude, you creatures, we guide you, we tell you, we warn you, all the way down to the depths. It's the air that is the most connected, most responsive, most pulled. But they're like the Yodas of the cycle, especially the barn owl here. He scores, man. Look at that fat little
Oh.
fuck. Look at this fat little juicy little. Throw some sauce on that shit. He's like, man, I'm gonna take it home and I'm gonna eat it sashimi style. Well, maybe I'll give the ants the tail or some shit. That doesn't taste too good. Thank you, animals. That's a really interesting inquiry. That would make sense. And well, that's a first. Have you ever inquired? Oh, that was
No, I've never done that before. I like that. That was very interesting.
shake it out. Fun. That was Animal Clinic today. I told you they have some things to talk about. And as Shawnee always says, the cards don't lie. We show you, we like comments. Did anybody know about animals and that? The tides? I mean, there's some people that live in nature, like nature. Being out here myself, I don't know. Because I live within a home. I'm talking people that are out there like tribes, and they hardcore camp and stuff like that. There must be some kind of something that they notice that happens uniquely in full moons, maybe particular some moons with, if they're astrology or more esoteric about it, there's got to be something like that. So, wow, that was a nice animal clinic. Yes.
That was fun. The
So
animal lovers have so much to say. I love that.
they're always speaking. They're the first to know.
Yeah, their senses are so heightened in ways that we can't even imagine. Like, they feel even with the hair on their body, you know, like an antenna.
Well, shit, if the hair that God gave us in our fucking skin worked like that, I would keep it. But fuck that. I shave all that off. I like it smooth as fuck. I like to be snake. But for them, yes, all the way down to the tips of their teeny weeny little microscopic furs is correct. Yeah, their senses are like, they have to look at the beast that they live here with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Anyways, plug. What you got to plug, Shawnee? What's going on in Shawnee's world? What's plugging? What were the
Oh, I've
wolves
just been
saying? What you packing? That's what the
I've just
wolves.
been working on content on my YouTube and working on my light language and revamping kind of what I'm going to be offering when it comes to my totem readings, kind of changing things around a little bit and making it a little bit more in depth.
Oh, and you know what? Shawnee has some really beautiful anima decks. Animas. Animal is, yes, beautiful. That's how I
Yeah,
first
adding more.
actually got to know you, because I allowed her to do excuse me, an animal thorough directions, everything, and everything made sense. Everything was right on. I liked it. And
Oh,
when you have the same deck, I the first animal deck I ever had was that, because well, basically that was it. I think it was at latter 80s for sure. Latter 80s. I loved it. All those blanks. But
Oh, it's my favorite deck by far out of all of the animal decks that
I
I
mean,
have. This is my favorite.
so this is by far someone that is a pure, like a real animal whisperer and animal medium. Come on, you have squirrels eating out of your hand. I mean, come on. I don't know. I mean, I step foot off this ground, it's like everything just runs.
I get brave and I feed them with my mouth. I put peanuts in my mouth and they come take them out of my mouth.
This circus material right here. It's not circus, it's real magic. Because if you really think about that, what's the odds? Can you actually get a squirrel to eat out of your mouth and just chill? Like the next thing that these squirrels are gonna hit her up with is that beer. They're gonna want to party this summer. With that
I
spaghetti and bread, come on. They're gonna
have
hit
a
you
squirrel
up.
that comes like right to the door for its peanuts, like straight to my back door. I'm like, hey, where's my peanuts?
Gonna get rowdy, man. They're gonna get rowdy. They're gonna start throwing nuts at your window. Sleeps right there.
I try to once come up my leg to get her peanut. She'll crawl up my leg to come get it. I'll hold it at the top of my thigh. And yeah, it takes a lot of trust. Like the animals you have to build that a relationship with them and it's I feel very honored to be able to have that kind of relationship with animals because they love very unconditionally in ways that humans have no knowing of when it comes to what love really is. Animals show it in ways that humans don't have the capability of. And it's really beautiful. It really is. They love very purely and very unconditionally. But it takes time to build a relationship with them and build a trust with them because naturally they're afraid of us. They're
Well, yeah.
they're naturally, and why wouldn't they be?
Well, shit, man, I'm going, that's okay if they run. They still bring me healing and beauty to see them. I mean, I see nature, I see animals every day, from the rabbits, the coyotes, the hawks, the hummingbirds, whatever road runners are interesting. You know, I like you were just saying, I would run from me too. I would go like, see you later, man. These little chipmunks they're so super cute, but even when I sit there and just observe and I don't move, yeah, they put a smile on my face. Well,
Very cute.
anyways, we'll wrap it up. And so you plugged. We want to grow this, share us. We would love to get this to grow. So we do live readings. We do live readings on the TikTok. You can schedule reading with her, me, we do individuals. I just posted a crazy pick a pile moon in Leo. Go check it out and pick a pile for yourself. See if it resonates with you. It goes like this, it goes, whoa, because there's some juicy ones in there. Lots of beautiful new decks coming towards the table as well.
Mm,
Uh, but yeah, reading expansion. All the info's down
definitely.
below. So we're gonna see you next time. Hope you had fun, but that was a beautiful inquiry. Thank you for joining me.
That was
See you guys next time. Bye.